Major development in West Tennessee that could affect the Holly Bobo case. It is a dispute between the DA and the TBI in a story you heard first right here on News Channel 5, and we're tracking the latest developments with Cuthbert Langley this morning. Good morning, Cuthbert.
Hey, good morning, Amy. Right now, a source tells us that the district attorney for the 24th district has cut ties with the TBI, meaning agents will no longer be assigned to that area, which includes Decatur, Benton, Carroll, Hardin, and Henry counties. And as you said, Amy, that move could have a big impact on the Holly Bobo murder case. And here's why. State law states that the TBI agents are only allowed to work on local cases at the request of the DA. For the Bobo case, that would be Matt Stowe, the man you see right there. And News Channel 5 Investigates has learned that Stowe no longer wants the help of the TBI, meaning the TBI crime lab will not be available to help local law enforcement. And perhaps the biggest point to make here, TBI agents will not be allowed to testify in cases in that district, possibly meaning the Bobo case. As you will remember, the TBI has been one of the main leaders in this investigation of Bobo's murder and disappearance. And according to one source with knowledge of the situation, local law enforcement in the area, obviously very concerned about this, demanded an emergency meeting with Stowe to try to resolve the situation, but supposedly he never showed. Right now, Stowe has told us that he has not asked to cut ties, and a spokesperson there refused to confirm or deny the situation. But today at 9 o'clock, that's when two of the men charged with the kidnapping and murder of Holly Bobo, Zachary Adams and Jason Autry, will be in court for motion hearings, so we could expect to learn a little bit more this morning. Steve?
All right, Cuthbert, thanks for the update. A suspect remains on the loose this morning after a couple of motels in the Antioch area were robbed back to back. News Channel 5's Matthew Torres joins us live from one of those motels. And luckily, it doesn't sound like anyone was hurt here, Matthew, right?
Yeah, luckily nobody was injured. However, the employees of both motels, understandably, are still reeling in from the scary moments that happened early this morning. Now let's start around 12:15 this morning at the Knights Inn Motel here on Bell Road in Antioch. This is when police said the man armed with a gun tried to walk in, got himself through the double doors, however, never got inside the lobby because it was locked during the early morning hours. When he couldn't get in, that's when he started pounding on the window, and instead of trying to get through that, he got into a getaway suspect vehicle described as a dark-colored four-door Honda outside the parking lot. Now across the street, just within minutes, they went to the Quarters Inn just on the opposite intersection, and that's when he was actually able to get inside the lobby. And we did obtain surveillance video from police, and as you can see, the clerk just cowered over, walked away, and the man with the gun went over the counter, grabbed the cash on the countertop as well as his cell phone, and got a little destructive over there, and also tipped over the desktop computer, and as well got away with the help of that second man who was helping out through this situation. Now, police did release a description of who this may be. He is identified as an African-American male, approximately 5'10", just weighing about 160 pounds with a thin build. As you saw from that surveillance video, he was wearing a dark mask with a dark hoodie, as well as white and blue tennis shoes. So if anyone may have information, you're asked to call 74 Crime. Now, I did just get new information not too long ago from Metro Police. There were two other robberies in Smyrna early this morning that could be related in connection with what happened here in Antioch. There were other two robberies in Laverne, but so far Metro Police haven't confirmed whether those are connected, but we'll make sure to update that on air and online at newschannel5.com. For now, we are reporting live in Antioch. Matthew Torres, News Channel 5 HD.
Thank you, Matthew. And an update now to a story that we told you about yesterday about a man who's been arrested for shooting another man in the face. The Tullahoma News reports Samuel Pace Jr. is charged with attempted murder. Pace is accused of shooting Elton Thomas in the face Sunday during a drug deal. The 20-year-old was arrested after deputies fired tear gas into the motel room where he was staying. Thomas is expected to survive.
It is still unclear if a Metro police officer is going to go back to work, even be able to, after he was shot. Officer John Downs is in stable condition at the hospital after he was shot. He was already had one surgery. He's expected to undergo another one. Xavier McDonald shot Officer Downs during a robbery investigation this week. Police returned fire, killing the 16-year-old. Chief Steve Anderson says officers did everything possible to bring the situation to a peaceful end.
The search continues for a missing Alzheimer's patient. Detectives are looking for Charles Dickerson. He is 82 years old and was last seen at his home in the 4800 block of Concord Drive in Hermitage. Dickerson's wife says she woke up early yesterday morning to find him gone, and she thought maybe he'd gone for a walk, but then he never came home. If you see Dickerson or you know where he could be, call Metro Police 862-8600. So if you're wanting to take a trip to IKEA, Memphis is now your closest option. And as you can imagine, a lot of people right here in Middle Tennessee aren't happy about that. A lot of comments erupted on social media after city and store officials made that announcement yesterday. And local media asked Memphis Mayor A.C. Wharton about that move, and he took some advice from Taylor Swift. The mayor responded, "Haters gonna hate, hate, hate. They're just gonna have to shake it off." The new store off Germantown Parkway is expected to be completed in 2016. So